Bro, this is mad. 25 days, bro. We're on week 8 already. That's hella fast, man. That's hella fast. So it's 25 days left until I drop out of school, and I have to make $10,000. If not, I have to stay in school to study for the A levels and walk away from the business. And so far, this week it's been pretty chill. You can look at what I've done this week. Basically, it's like Chinese New Year, so it's like a Qing thing. And bro, I had so much fun, man. I went back to Malaysia because my mom, she has relatives back in Malaysia, and I get to see all my chills, which I really really love. So that was fun, and then playing with his kid as well. I actually watched the F1 movie there as well. I watched it until like fucking 12 a.m. So I was sleeping. I was eating like a pig until I had like a massive stomachache. I was just like shoving everything into my mouth. There's this like roasted pig thing, which is holy shit, it's so good, bro. Um, yeah, I was just I downloaded some fucking games to play as well over there. But I love the F1 movie. I think it's really cool. I think Brad Pitt is just such a G. It's such a G. And what I'm doing right now is almost like what Sonny Haynes is doing, right? But on a like much smaller level. And doing this is like placing that card that he put in his pocket before every race. It feels like I'm doing that as well, right? But not to get into that, because I'm really tired right now as well. I have something like amazing prepared planned for like all of y'all. I'm actually gonna look at this. I'm gonna make this really epic. It's gonna turn into like this entire channel, right? There's gonna be a shift to it. It's gonna look much more professional. Right now it's like purely authentic. It's just me yapping. I don't care about the number of views I get. But one of my goals, I think, is to bring, not I think, or rather I think, because I'm like still developing this goal. I want to bring this channel to like 5,000 subs. And the primary goal and purpose of this channel is really to inspire people. I think it's to kind of jolt people awake, because many people are living in this sort of bubble where they have no idea what's possible in this world, right? They think that the world is this really small bubble where you have to follow the traditional path, and they don't even know a path other than the traditional path, or they understand it but they think that it's highly unlikely that you can go on that path. And I think recording all of this down, right, showing this entire journey is really fucking cool. So that's what I want to do. And hopefully along the process, if I could even just inspire one person who is doing what I'm doing or has the ambitions that I have, to pursue their dreams full time, then all of this will be worth it, right? Because I'm sure that person will create like a huge impact on the world. So I'm gonna make this really cool. There's like 5 different phases that we're gonna go through. Right now it's like phase 1. Phase 1 is financial freedom or independence, right? So that's why I'm collecting all the cash. Phase 2 will be the dropout. So what I'm going to do is like, I'm thinking, because I'm going to review this news, right, to my parents on 14th of March, which is 4 days before my birthday. So that's not going to end well, right? So from March 9th all the way to 14th, I'm just going to record the entire week in school and then make it look like really epic. The name for it will be like The Exit. That will be like the name of the phase. So make it sound like a mission, right? Playing to the hero's journey and stuff. And then phase 3 would be, the aftermath. What happens after I do the thing? And then that would be like the freedom stage. And then phase 4 would be juggling this business, what I'm doing right now, with NS, National Service. I think that would be really cool as well. That's definitely a blue ocean as well, right? No one has that shit. And then phase 5 would be after NS, and then it's me doing this full time and scaling it up. At that stage, I think that's when I really, really fucking scale this up to like, 6, 7, probably not 8 figures, because 8 figures have to transition to another business model. But yeah, you get what I mean. So yeah, that's my plan for now. That's my plan for now. In terms of like finances, how I'm doing, this is like secured already, but I just haven't included it inside. So if we include it inside, I'm probably gonna end on like a 13 to 15k month. If we exclude like, dude, this is like such a hack as a Chinese, right? You get like red packets in Chinese New Year, so people will give you like money as like blessings. And because I have so many relatives, I got like, I think 30 to 40 plus red packets. And then I dug out more savings as well. I found them like randomly laying in my drawer or something. And so this is not bad. If you exclude this, it's still like a 10k month, because there's more cash going to come in like literally tomorrow, and there's more cash coming here as well. So it's a decent month. It's quite shit, but it's still decent. Definitely in March, because all of this, the thing is, all of these are mostly like trials. So when we really ramp it up, right, for instance like Travis, we ramp it up, this would be like 7-8k a month, easy. And Devon as well, right? So hopefully I can pick up more stuff as well. I'm just working like a dog right now. After the CNY especially, right? It's like such, I feel so, rejuvenated and shit. So that's like the goal right now. Funny thing is, I'm getting a little bored at school right now. Like the way I'm skipping shit. And I think most people think that I'm either like a troller or I don't give a shit. But I still do feel, remnants of my past identity that, tugs at my brain whenever I try and do things that I'm not supposed to do, right, in the traditional sense. And it's a good thing, right? It means that my old self is dying, which means that, my new self is taking form. And that's the only way I'll be able to achieve my goals. So I guess that's a good thing as well. It's just hammering this fact down, right? That there are no obligations, there are only consequences. There are no obligations, there are only consequences. I think that's like a really important message that I really need to nail down. Holy shit, what's this? Okay, cool. We'll do that later. And one last thing I want to mention is that burnout does not exist. Bro, so basically, when you're trying to achieve your goals, right? The reason why you feel like there's like almost two sorts of identities trapped inside you, right? One, keeps wanting to build it up, right? Do more, get better, aim higher. And the other one seems to just want to tear everything down, right? To procrastinate, to indulge in bad behaviors that you shouldn't do. It's basically, it's like Jesus versus Satan, right? And it's basically a manifestation of your current self and your dream self, your becoming self, right? So your current self wants to survive. Every organism wants to survive, right? It's a survival bias. And so this person will do anything it takes to destroy your new self, right? That's why it's like war. That's why there's like war whenever you try and do hard things that move you towards your goal. And the way this person hurts you is through this force called resistance. And resistance can manifest in many different ways. It's basically any excuse that you use to not do the work. For instance, my primary form of... Hold on, let me see if I can pull this out, because I think it's a really, really cool concept that I learned from Charlie. I think it's this one. Is it this one? I don't think it's this one. Hold on. Might be this. Nope, it's not this. Okay, let me find it for a bit. Okay, let's just use this first. This is my primary forms of resistance. It's fear, right? If I do this today, I'll burn out fast. So you can manifest in all these like 30 different forms. And the reason why you feel pain when you do something like mental pain is because you act on resistance. So when resistance meets with effort, that's when pain is generated. It's just like, when you lift, right? What is physical pain? Physical pain is basically a signal that your body sends out to you to stop you from further damaging the tissue in your body. But the thing is, you need the tissue in your body to die, to break, in order for your new tissue to form. The same concept applies for mental pain. Right? Mental pain is basically damage to your ego, identity, yourself, that causes your brain or your ego, right, to send out signals to your brain, to yourself, right, to stop damaging your identity, ego, or self. So this is a really nice concept to use. And in the past, right, I've always, even right now, right, basically I've gotten rid, whenever I feel any of this, I immediately label them. And it's like, no, fuck you, this is resistance. I'm not going to succumb to this. But there's one that I think is the most primary form of resistance, and I don't even see it, right, which is great because the current self is really smart and it will do everything it can to survive. And it's this burnout. Right, in the past, I used to pride myself on, working so much to the point where I really feel like I shouldn't work more because I've worked really hard. But this is all bullshit, right? It's all bullshit. Burnout does not exist. And I need to push myself way harder just to hit the threshold. I always, or even now, right, I have that belief that, okay, once I work for, let's say, 10 days, like 12-hour days, I'm cooked. I'm like maxed out and I have to take a break, or not I will burn out. That's not true, right? There is a limit to your body. There's a biological limit for sure, but I can last way more than 10 days, right? It can last months on like little to no sleep at all before you actually approach burnout. And so that's one of the new beliefs that I'm trying to instill in myself. And I think it's really helpful to look at everything through this lens, right? This lens of like, the pain is simply you destroying your current self, and it's almost a sort of revenge, right, for the pain and misery that my current self has caused me to face. So that's a good reframe over there. Okay, enough yapping. I'm gonna go eat dinner right now. But yeah, man, in 1 more week, 2 more weeks actually. Next week's like IPPT or some shit. I'm not even gonna prepare for it. Let's see what I get. And then, oh shit, yeah, 3 more weeks, 2 more weeks, and I film that phase 2 video. It's gonna be so epic, man. It's gonna be so epic. And then we make the big move. That's basically it.